What do you want to do right now? You might want to watch Netflix, or maybe text your friends, or maybe just sleep. But you don't want to study. And if you really think about it, it's this lack of motivation that leads you to not studying, which leads you to not getting the good grades that you deserve. Even though you know studying is the thing you should be doing now, it just feels impossible to start studying. I know that feeling all too well. I wanted the results. I wanted the grades. I wanted the prestige. I wanted to show my parents my perfect grades, and I wanted them to be proud of me. And yet, even though I wanted all of that, studying would just feel impossible. As someone who has battled this feeling so many times, I'm going to be going through the big secrets and tactics that I use to get me studying, even on my laziest days, where the last thing I wanted to do was studying. So that right after this video, you're going to want to study. And so the first thing that I just need you to do is to imagine the perfect scenario. What is the end goal that you want to achieve? Why are you studying? For me, it's simple. I want to be able to, on results day, vlog myself opening my results and get perfect scores. I want to get into universities that everyone around the world knows the name of. I want to make my grandparents proud. I want to make my parents proud. I want to make myself proud. Prove to myself that I can achieve anything if I just put my head to it. And then using that, make videos like this for you guys, as well as pursue my own passions. Your ideal end goal, the reason that you're studying might be different, or it might be similar to mine. But what I found is that the way to want to study and get motivated is to actually understand and realize your end goal is guaranteed if you study. Because let's be real, no one wants to study, no one likes studying, but we all do want and like something else, and that's the end goal, the thing that I just described for me. Just like how going to the gym will get you to that end goal of a physique, right? Studying now and putting in the effort is like the direct link. It's the cause and effect that will lead you to your end goal. So once you realize that the actions that you do now dictate to your future, why wouldn't you want to study? Because I promise you that if you do put in the work, the results will show. And so make sure to always have that clear end goal in your mind. Your why. I'm proof of that. I didn't want to study, but I wanted all 9s in my GCSEs. I had the clear goal in my head, I studied and I got the results. Because knowing why you're studying is going to get you studying on those days that you really don't want to. Too many students fail to grasp this very concept because the future feels very vague. But what you have to realize is that the future version of you who's living the dream life, who has gotten the results, who got into the university of their dreams, that's not going to happen by luck. You actually have full control whether that happens or not, but that all comes down to what you do now. Are you going to study? Are you going to make the correct choice? Like, I don't know how better to say this, but the reason that I'm here right now as a person is not because of what I'm doing right now, but it's because of what JSpark last year decided to do. He decided to put in the hard work. He decided to study, and it's put me in a great spot, and I'm really grateful for JSpark 1 year ago. And it feels great, but I also have to realize that the reason I'm able to enjoy the fruits of the seeds that I had sown were because younger me had planted the seeds. And so if I don't plant seeds right now for my future self, I won't be able to enjoy the results, the achievements that I want, unless I do the actions now. And so for your future version, are you not willing to put in the work, sit down, lock in and study? Your action step right now, pull up a piece of paper or on your Notion, literally write down in extreme detail why you're studying, what the end goal is. Make it as clear as possible. Visualize it. Just imagine how happy you would be, how proud you'd be of yourself. And know that all of that is down to you and what you do today, what you do tomorrow, what you do every day. Every hour you study is a brick in the foundation of your future. And the second way that I got my ass up to study on days that I didn't even feel like it was realizing that this is all a race. School and life in general is not fair, it's cruel. We are all sitting the same exam really. And the grade boundaries are literally designed in the way so that only the top 5% of students that year who took the exam get the top grades. That means that there isn't a spot reserved for you. If you just play at your own pace, you take cute breaks and you scroll for hours upon hours on TikTok, someone's gonna run past you. I treated studying and exams like a race because that's what they are really. If you don't feel like studying and you have a Netflix day, that's fine, but someone else is going to study on that day that you didn't feel like it and they're gonna overtake you. If you're older like me, you're all going for the same universities. We're all going for the same course. Resting and slacking is fine. Taking a rest when you need it is absolutely okay. But what you have to sometimes ask yourself is that on those days, like when you just bed rot all day or you just make the choice of doing something else rather than studying, even though you know that's what you should be doing, is that worth it for you to give up your place in the race? And this might be a kind of toxic way to see it, but it worked for me. And if you're also feeling a sense of motivation right now and fire, you also know if you're in a race, you don't run a race half-heartedly, you go all out. You have to realize that every single student doesn't like studying. I hate studying. studying. I have days where the last thing I want to do is study. I have days that I scroll like 10 hours. I want to play video games. But what separates the student that gets top grades against the student that doesn't isn't removing this desire, this urge, this wanting to procrastinate, right? Everyone gets that. What separates the top student from someone who's not is the difference in how you respond to these urges. Studying is a silent battle that everyone fights and wins 1 hour at a time. And so the last way, the third thing that made it so I wanted to study more was that I made it easier for myself. Making studying easier is gonna make it so that you want to study more. Just like how in a race, you want to wear comfortable shoes. You want to be well hydrated and well prepared. You want to run with friends. Wearing comfortable shoes is kind of like learning how to study the same amount in less time. So that you start to view studying in more of a positive light and you end up studying more. And you can check out these videos to learn how to do that. Basically my whole channel. Staying well hydrated and being well equipped for a race is like setting up your study space to not have distractions. Have all your resources, books, everything you need right next to you. So that the action of studying is as frictionless as possible and you try to make it a habit so that you rely less on motivation. Running with friends is like having a study group, being held accountable. And actually in my community, the Student Accelerator, my members write their goal every week underneath the pinned post, and then we keep each other accountable, and that's how we make sure we study it. And people actually stick to studying way more in my program because of this way. And you can actually find out more about the Student Accelerator if this interests you, and how you can surround yourself with like-minded students with the first link. But it's also the key realization to not let perfect be the enemy of the good. And what this quote means is that you don't need to try and obsess to have a perfect study session. Don't obsess over that, rather just start now. Too many times me and other students end up not studying because we set the bar too high. But just do 2 questions right now. Just study for 20 minutes on the bus, it doesn't matter. Just ingrain it into who you are as an identity, as your identity as a student, and show that in your actions. Millions of students around the world are doing the same thing. You're not alone. Just look at the view count on this video. Every single viewer here is an ambitious student. They all want the same grades as you. You're not alone, and it's going to be tough at times. But remember, the end vision that you want and you know that you deserve, it's all down to what you do now. And lastly, realizing that regret hurts more than effort. And I promise you that it really does. And anyone who's watching this can vouch for this in the comments. When you open that envelope, that results day, or you get the end result of however many years you studied and you're disappointed, you regret not having studied more, but then it's all going to be too late then. That is the worst feeling that you can have. It hurts right now. Effort hurts. Who wants to stop watching their favorite show and sit down and study? But the pain of regret hurts way more. But you can stop this by choosing what you do now and making the right choice. And so what are you going to do after watching this video? That's right, you know what you have to do. Oh yeah, just in case you missed it, the exam prep shortcut is now open. If you've been struggling with mediocre grades, even while studying for hours on end, then past papers might be the study tool that can help you get straight A's while cutting back your study time. Everything you need to master it is inside of the exam prep shortcut. And since we're in the early stages of the launch, I've cooked up something special for those who get it right now. Just click the link below to access it. But anyways, I hope this really did motivate you to study. And so what are you going to be doing after this? Studying, yes, that's right. But yeah, thank you for watching this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Yes, okay.